Well, you got the weekend off.
Yeah, I definitely do now, right? That's over and done with now.
Obviously, we talked about this. Thing was brought up last week. Just Embiid, such a load. I mean, you can try different things, try throwing different things at him. What did you try today? Did you see anything that kind of worked, or is it just when you're shorthanded like that, kind of is what it is?
I thought the one thing that makes it hard with him is the free throws. If you foul him, there's going to be some times he's just going to make shots. He's that good of a player. I thought the double teams, were relatively effective in terms of getting the ball out of his hands. I didn't think he really hurt us too much on the glass. A lot of his points, I thought, in the first half, really came off of his own individual play where he was kind of away from the basket. Now, there was two plays we needed to do a much better job where he actually drove the ball and got to the rim from the perimeter. Like, that can't happen. That happened twice. But otherwise, it was kind of him creating, and we did probably put him to the free throw line a little bit too much, but we got the ball in his hands. But they have shooting around him too, so you got to, get back out there. But his ability to play in space, he can shoot it or drive it or put it on the floor and make plays, which is a little bit unique for his size.
You like the way you guys played that high pick and roll with him? I mean, there were some times where, I think Io especially, they did a good job getting off of the screen, but there were some times in the first half where guys didn't get off.
I thought that was it. I thought two things tonight. I thought the first thing was, I thought had some decent looks from three, and, missing someone like Zach scoring, you need some more threes to go in. And I thought we got some good ones. I thought that hurt us a little bit. And then I think the other part of it was we could not control the ball at the point of the attack. I thought that was a huge problem tonight for us. And, we wanted to keep the ball on the sideline. We wanted to keep it over there, and we could never get it under control. And it just kept coming over the top to the middle of the floor, over the top to the middle of the floor. And once that happened, you got, Vooch is trying to help on the guard. You got either Embiid popping or rolling, and you got, guys on the backside, and the ball just got into the teeth of the defense. And we, at the point of the screen, we did not control it well enough, and we needed to do it better. But I thought that was something where you talk about maybe game plan discipline or following scout report game plan. We could have been a lot better there, in my opinion.
Just the way DeMar seemed to keep you guys in that
he was incredible. I give Vooch a lot of credit too. I thought there was some calls that maybe he could have got to the free throw line. He didn't. Joel was getting there some. He kept his head in the game. He kind of posted up some. He had a really good game. Vooch and some of the things that he did. But I mean, DeMar, he was the one that kind of got it going in that first half and, kept us within striking distance. And just his performance was, really incredible offensively. And I think he was 10 for 15 in the first half, really efficient. There's a lot on his plate. And I also thought he generated some good shots for some guys too. We just didn't shoot the ball particularly well, from three. I thought Matt had a couple of really, really good looks. You feel very comfortable with him shooting the ball. But I thought overall, DeMar, not only the scoring, but the playmaking and just the way he played and the poise. And, even in timeouts, he was unbelievable. Even when we got down by 17, we kind of got on like a little bit of a mini run and kind of got back into, maybe it was 8, they called timeout. I think we got down to maybe 4. But I was just pleased the way they competed, getting down. We were always kind of trying to play from behind a little bit. It was always like, 8, 10, 12, and we get it back down to 4. It was always kind of in that thing. And I thought the leadership of DeMar and Vooch was great in huddles in terms of helping, give those guys confidence and belief, which was really important.
What does it say about DeMar with how much has been on his plate, with how shorthanded you guys are? He plays 41 minutes. I think 26 of his points were in the paint, gets the foul line a double-digit amount of times. Just to play that much, have that much.
I grabbed him in the game. I grabbed him in the game in the fourth. I'm like, are you okay? Do I need to get you a quick one to call time? And he says, no, I'm fine. So, he's remarkable. He, came back and had an incredible game in Toronto, and then, comes back and plays Indiana really, really well. Really another quick turnaround because it's a 2:30 game today. And, to do what he did today in the absence of having some guys out, I just really appreciate and respect, him and Vooch a lot, just for as long as they've been in the league, the number of games coming in a short period of time and having some guys out there that normally had not been really in our rotation a lot, and them encouraging those guys and try to help those guys from a leadership standpoint. So, I mean, DeMar and Vooch I thought were great. And to your point, what DeMar did, not only the scoring, but the leadership part was really, really terrific.
What have you thought about, you obviously shorthanded and needed some scoring, just Thomas's aggressiveness overall tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we needed some of his shots to go down. I mean, I love Matt. No one works harder than him. I know he's the kind of guy that will probably be back in the gym tonight getting shots up. I mean, he got some good looks, and he, I thought Vooch shot a little bit better in the second half. I thought he had some decent looks in the first half. We just didn't shoot it from three. I thought we were down by 8. If you looked at the stat sheet in the first half, everything was relatively even except the 3-point line. They had really outshot us from there, and they shot it better from there. And obviously Embiid was great for them in the first half, and DeMar was great for us in the first half. So like it kind of everything washed out. The difference to me was the 3-point line. And then what Joe was mentioning, I think us controlling the ball and pick and rolling the ball, getting downhill.
You say Zach is potential possibility for tomorrow?
I don't even know, because what happened was when I spoke to you guys, he had finished up treatment and feels better, but just didn't feel good enough to go. I did not get anything from them in terms, because right after that, I kind of just tried to mess with rotations and who was going to start, because I was still waiting on Kobe at that point in time, because I think Kobe wanted to go out for his normal pregame and he just didn't feel right. So it was kind of a whirlwind. So I never really checked to see where Zach is at for tomorrow. I'll find out, probably a little bit later or tomorrow, based on how he feels.
Do you expect Kobe to continue to be kind of like a questionable game time decision thing as you keep going?
Yeah, I think they're collaborating really well, Kobe and the medical staff. I think when you're dealing with a soft tissue issue, that's not a major problem right now. I do think that, at least talking to the medical guys, the best history, of injury is when someone's got an aggravated, issue, or someone's injured that issue, that area, and coming back and trying to play. So I just think that with what he's done moving wise, there's a feeling, okay, this is not major right now, but maybe he, moves the wrong way, turns the wrong way, cuts the wrong way, and now he's out for a period of time. And we wanted to try to eliminate that, certainly with the guys that were down. And it's not ideal, with the number of backcourt players that we have right now. But at the same point too, we don't need him out for weeks in time either.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.